Hello. I am at the park today. It's really windy, so I'm very apologetic if you can hear it. I'm going to try to do like a noise canceling thing when I edit this, so hopefully it's a little better. But today is like my ideal day, okay? It's beautiful outside. The sun is shining, but it's freezing cold. Like, this is my ideal weather, and I live in Oregon, so we usually get a lot of this kind of weather in the winter. So today I just feel really good. Like, I wanted to go outside, and I don't know, I was just talking to my mom about how I have like reverse seasonal depression, and I feel way more encouraged to go outside when it's freezing cold out, but it's like beautiful and sunny at the same time. Anyways, not to yap about the weather. We're closer than that. We're closer than people that talk about the weather, right? I wanted to share something that I've been really in love with the past 6 months or so, and I feel like I've curated a really good collection, and that is mail. Like, the art of sending and receiving mail is something that's very lost. Like, people have forgotten the wonders of mail and how fun it is to receive something in the mail, and like the satisfaction of sending a letter to someone or a card and receiving something back. So yeah, I've always loved card making, card sending, letter writing. That's like an art form that I've been in love with since I was a kid, and that kind of goes back to like the whole I love stationery, I love paper crafts type thing. Also, I brought my little thermos with me, so I have a tiny cup of tea. Okay, anyways, so I think I'm gonna start with mail, and then maybe we'll do some winter yaps, because I have a book that I really want to talk about. So let's see, where should we start? The first one is like actual mail that I just wanted to shout out because I thought it was so sweet. So I took 2 terms of Latin last year in college, and I wanted to take a whole year, but I had to drop it for several reasons, but mainly because I wasn't going to be able to graduate on time, because Latin wasn't a credit I needed. It was just a class I was taking for fun, and so I needed to use the 4 credits towards a class that I actually needed to have to graduate. Oh my god, the wind is so bad. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm gonna be so bummed if I can't use this video. Anyways, but I really, really loved my Latin teacher. She's like one of my favorite people on the planet. And I was really, really sad to have to drop her class. And so I just tried to like stay in touch with her. And then some stuff was happening at my university there was like this whole thing that some of the classics department might be cut, some of the like language studies might be cut, and she may have been fired. Luckily that didn't end up happening, but I told her over the summer, like, if this does happen, we need to write letters back and forth, or I'd love to send you something in the mail. And then that never happened, the firing thing. So I had really no need to send her a letter on that front. But then around, I think it was Christmas time, I was like, I should just send her a letter for fun, because she's one of my favorite people ever, and like one of my favorite teachers. So funny, just iconic. And she wrote me back. I'm not going to show the front because it has both of our addresses on it, but it was just so cute, and I wanted to share it because this is the kind of stuff that genuinely makes my life worth living. This cute little flower card. Her name is Christina. She says, "Dear Cece, such a pleasure to receive your beautiful cards. So heartwarming in these days when so little seems to bring us comfort and hope. Your wishes remind me of the reasons why I continue to work with young people like yourself. I wish you and yours a great new year full of success and achievements. Hope to see you on campus sometime. All the very best." Like, there's no better feeling than receiving a card like that, you know? And I feel like people forget that that's the thing. Like, you can send people cards, and especially if it's an older person, they will write back. I have an old lady pen pal, like this sweet little old lady that I met when I worked in a different town, when I was going to school in a different town. And we worked together at a store, and she retired, but I was like, wait, we have to keep in contact. So we also pen pal sometimes, but it's been a while since I got a letter from her, so didn't know what that's about. Okay, so now this other stuff is like subscription stuff I paid for. So number 1 is Lydia Ridley's Art Mail Club. I love all things kind of gothic feeling. I love things inspired by Greek mythology, by like Renaissance era paintings, like all of like just art styles generally. And I have loved her art club. This is probably my favorite one that I have the monthly subscription to. It has this beautiful insignia thing on the envelope, and it came every month. It comes wrapped in this beautiful red paper, and I got too excited, forgot I wanted to film this, and opened it and ripped up the paper. So Maybe this wasn't the best idea to do outside. So her piece this month is called My Own Throat, and I ripped this off of the red paper. God, it's so windy, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not going to read the whole letter, but she does send a letter with every issue, and then this is the artwork this month. So beautiful. And I'm just obsessed with the letters, and like this design is so beautiful and so completely my aesthetic. And she writes a nice long note about the piece and kind of about the inspiration and all these different things, and I really loved this month's because she talked about In My Room by Julia Wolf, which I love that song. I don't care how many people are like, it's just a TikTok song, why do you like it? No, I love Julia Wolf, my queen. So yeah, that's the Lydia Ridley art mail. Every month I have been so impressed by how well it's packaged, how beautiful the artwork is, and how thoughtful the message is, and like the quality of all of the things included. I believe it's like $12 a month, I think, because I'm in the US and she is based out of the US, so there's like some price differences there. But yeah, I can't remember if I said this right at the beginning, but this is probably my favorite like monthly art mail or like snail mail subscription club that I have signed up for. So love you, Miss Lydia Ridley, shout out. Okay, yeah, anyways, so number 2 is Pressed by Muse, which I only subscribed to 2 months of this, and I canceled my subscription because number 1, I was going a little broke because I'm signed up for too many things, and number 2, I love what was included, but I wouldn't say it was like, I think this month was better than last month's. But I wasn't like extremely impressed, but I appreciated everything that was included with it. So yeah, let's give you a little picture of it. I opened this all up and then again realized like I shouldn't have destroyed the packaging because I was going to show it in a video, but whatever. I did okay with that, with the mail. So first off, there's this little printout of the New Year bucket list, which kind of like going off of the reasons I wasn't the most massive fan of this was like the quality. Like this is definitely just printer paper, which is fine. Like there's no issue with that. But I don't know, like I just wasn't super impressed with some of the stuff, but like other stuff is amazing quality. Like this little piece, like paint swatches, is like kind of a postcard material. This is my favorite thing that came in this month's art mail. A little print. I thought it was so cute, and the whole message of it was like coming back to nostalgia and like childhood and reconnecting with your younger self. That was kind of what was written about in the mail or in the letter. Some stickers, which I thought was so cute. I will be using that in my little traveler's journal. Some more like a customized sticker sheet, which again I thought was so cute. But kind of on the same note, like the images just aren't that high of quality. Like everything's just a little bit blurry or kind of pixelated, I guess, which like not a huge problem at all, but I don't know. And then this was the other print that came with this month. This is like nice paper. This is, I don't even know what this is called, but it has like the kind of grid-y texture, not gritty. Yeah, I thought that was so cute. And then the little letter, which again I kind of said was about like coming back into your childhood and nostalgia and all that stuff. Yeah, it's really cute, but this was my last month being subscribed to this club. Yeah, I just needed to cut back a little bit on the subscriptions, but maybe I'll restart it one day. And I kind of like, I mean, I don't know, I think it's beautiful that so many people have mail clubs now, but it really, because there's so many of them, the ones that are high quality and feel like well packaged, everything's thought out really well, and nothing's like just kind of willy-nilly thrown in, that makes all the difference. And that's kind of why I love the Lydia Ridley one, because everything just feels so luxurious, you know, and there's not even that much in the actual mail itself. Like it's just the print and then the letter, and it's all wrapped up beautifully, and like yeah, anyways. Okay, the next thing is not a monthly, but it is a quarterly. I've been subscribed to A24's members club, whatever it's called, subscription thing, since February 2023, 2023, or no, February 2024. Yeah, February 2024. And you get 4 zines a year they send you, and I got this one in the mail. So this is quarter 1. Or wait, no. Or was this quarter 4 of last year? I don't remember. I don't know. But yeah, so this is the little A24 zine this month. It's all about Hollywood extras and yeah, background acting and stuff. Each zine has a different theme. Some of them are themed around the movies that they had released. Like one of the ones I had from last year, the year before, was themed around the Iron Claw. There's a whole thing about the Von Erichs. Let me think. Oh, there was one about the Talking Heads and dancing. And I just love A24. I don't think I've really talked about this much on my channel, but like the A24 subscription club is one of the best things I've ever signed up for. So let me give you the rundown. Not to sound like I'm sponsored, because I'm not. I just love the A24 subscription club. So basically, I signed up in February 2024, and back then it was $5 a month. And I was like, that's a steal, like, what the heck? And when I first signed up, they sent me a pin, like a membership card. You got like a physical card and like a keychain thing. And you get a 10% discount like on their store, on their shop, and all these different things. And you get a $5 credit every month, which is so crazy. You can rack up to $25 in rewards, and then you have to spend it, and then you can keep going back up to 25. What else? You get free movie tickets to every movie they put out, which is like, that by itself makes up for it, because movie tickets are so expensive now. But all that to say, they did move it up to $10 a month, but they let me keep the $5 a month because I was a founding member. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah. So yeah, I pay $5 a month. I get zines. I get free movie tickets. I also got a free Marty Supreme popcorn bucket. You get discounts, exclusive news, all these different things. Like, it's just so fun, and I love A24, and I love what they're doing, and some of my favorite movies are from that movie studio. So anyways, I'll do just like a tiny flip through. And this quarter also had a poster in it from Marty Supreme. Dream big, it says. Dream big. Oh my god, you can't. Dream big, it says. I moved my phone. Oops. Okay. Let's hope and pray that that's what we're with. So yeah, this was like, every quarter this is my favorite thing to receive, I think. Like, I look forward to it. And my last piece of mail for this month is a newspaper. So this is from Le Petit Tri. I think they're based out of Paris. And you get newspapers once a month from them. It's like a full newspaper. It has actual articles. There's like a crossword, all these fascinating things. And it's not like 2025, or not 2025 more. It's not 2026 news. It's like essays, articles, things written by people that are interested in the humanities and art and like all of these different amazing things. I need more chapstick, guys. Hold on. It's too cold out here and my lips are dying. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so I feel like it's just a newspaper for the humanities lovers, which is so beautiful because I'm a humanities major and I'm graduating in like 5 months. Crazy. Oh no, I got a little bit wet. That's okay. It's gonna be difficult for me to hold this up and talk at the same time, so I think I'm gonna show you a couple pages and put down the microphone. This is not working. This is not working at all. So I think what I'm gonna do, oh no, you're not gonna be able to hear me. Okay, so that didn't work at all. So what I'm gonna do is put in a clip, like flipping through a couple pages so you can kind of see. It's really just such a nice way to reconnect with, like, it's kind of like Substack, but in a newspaper form. And honestly, I kind of have beef with Substack these days. It was a short-lived Substack fixation. Anyways, that's all I have for mail stuff. I always encourage people to do more for your mail, and also One of my other favorite things, all of my friends know this about me, but I love the mailman. Like, mail women, mailmen are my favorite thing ever. Like, seeing them and their cute little USPS, the little white trucks. I don't know if the mail trucks are the same everywhere in the US, but I love the little USPS mail trucks. I think they're the cutest things. I think mail uniforms are the cutest things on planet Earth, and messenger bags. Come on. Just love mail. So, mail is one of my favorite things in the whole world. Anyways, one of the other things that I wanted to talk about is the book that I've been reading, and also just kind of a spotlight on those books that you find completely by accident, or like, I don't know, I feel like when I go thrifting for books or I go into a bookstore, I usually have an author or a title in mind that I would like to purchase, and I kind of only look through that author or for that one book, and I don't really just explore and see what sounds interesting. But since I was a kid, I've been going to this one chain of thrift stores in my town. Like, it's not like a Goodwill, it's not a big corporation chain, but there's this one local chain of thrift stores in my area that does 50% off books and clothes like every couple of months, usually around holidays. And I've kind of tried to make it a tradition, like if I am in the mood to buy books, I'll go in and look for books that I've never heard of, or look at titles that interest me, or covers that interest me, or blurbs on the back that interest me. And because of this, I've been doing this for a few years now. I found some of my favorite books in the whole world. Like, genuinely, they just like the most wonderful books come to you by chance sometimes, you know? So the one that I found a couple of months ago, I think at the last time they did the 50% off sale, was, among other things, I've Taken Up Smoking. And this is what the cover looks like. Obviously, the cover just drew me in immediately. Like, this is completely my vibe. It's very, like, young adult feeling, like, I don't know, even the cover just gives kind of lost in your 20s vibes, you know? So I'm going to read the back to you. Miranda's father has always seemed to her as elusive and impenetrable as the thick New England fog that surrounds their isolated Maine home. Since her mother's mysterious disappearance in the waters off the island, Miranda has lived alone with her father, a man consumed by his work translating Ovid. That's the first thing that really hooked me in, because I'm a humanities girl. I love classics. I love me some Ovid. Now, having graduated from high school, she's off to stay with old family friends in Manhattan, a journey that will open up her father's past and her own world in ways she cannot imagine. Rich and evocative. Okay, I'm gonna try to say the author's first name, and I'm probably gonna butcher it, so please be kind to me. Aobeon Sweeney's debut novel paints an indelible portrait of the profound human need for intimacy. Among other things, I've Taken Up Smoking is a haunting story of a young woman with an unshakable loneliness and the relationship that finally pierces it. I'm a little over halfway through it, and I have just been so entranced by this book, okay? The beginning was kind of, like it said, based, oh my god, my hands are freezing, based in, like, kind of a coastal island in Maine. So a lot of it is very much, like, coastal vibes, coastal energy, which reminded me a lot of The Seas by Samantha Hunt, and I really loved that because I haven't found a book with that. I mean, honestly, the energy of, like, the coastal isn't as strong in this book as it is in The Seas by Samantha Hunt, but I still love both of them nonetheless. But yeah, so the whole thing is kind of about this young girl, Miranda, growing up kind of not understanding, like, she was very, not sheltered, but her community was so small that she just wasn't exposed to a lot of life, and all she knew is kind of her father and her father's drinking habits and her father's best friend that kind of, they grew apart and all of this stuff, and she's learning things about, like, romance and, like, more just genuinely about her father too. And I'm at the point in the novel where she's moved to New York. She hasn't been there all that long, but she's kind of already starting to learn about the world and be more open to it and meet people that aren't, like, the same 5 people that she's known for her entire life. Which obviously she's graduating high school and then moves to the big city, and the reason she moves is because she's helping her father with something, kind of doing a favor, pretty much. So she's kind of, I don't know, like, having all of these beautiful life lessons at just a wonderful time in her life. Like, I don't don't know, part of me wishes I had been one of those people that graduated high school and just got to move into the world in a better way than I have. But that's not to say I'm not grateful for my experiences and grateful for the people I've met and the things I've done. So, but I'm not done with this book, and it's already left such an amazing impression on me. And like, I never find books that I like this much within the first 3 or 4 weeks of the year. Like, that's just crazy. And the book that I read before this one too was also very good. It was called what's his name, Vox by Nicholas something, I can't remember. And that was another book that I found just based off of, like, the spine looked really cool, and then I read the back and I was like, wait, that sounds so interesting. I think of some other examples. The X's, I cannot remember the author's name for the life of me, but like, the cover of this book is amazing, and I read it my freshman year of college, and it stuck with me so hard. There was some really, really, really beautiful pieces of prose in it, like just lines that have stuck with me, about religion, about life, about like relationships and people and all of that. Another one is Candy Girl by Diablo Cody, which I knew who Diablo Cody was, so it wasn't really like just stumbling upon it. But Diablo Cody is the one that wrote Jennifer's Body. She also did, I think, the screenplay for Juno, and she directed Lisa Frankenstein, which came out a couple years ago. So she's kind of one of those people that I look up to a lot. So I saw her name, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And the whole thing is like, it's her memoir about her life being a stripper, and then she kind of like has to find her way in the world revolving around this thing, and like how she got into film, and I don't know, just the transition between all that. That was kind of another one that was like a completely random thing to stumble upon. Let me think, what else? There's a few others that I've thrifted at the last couple 50% off sales that I think I'm really going to love. Like, they sounded so interesting, so exciting, so I'll definitely circle back and talk more about those if they are as cool and amazing as this book has been. Which I think I'm gonna sit here for a while, try to warm up my fingers, drink some tea, and finish this book. I want to finish it today. I don't know, maybe I'll do an update in another video about how I liked the end, but yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. I just wanted to talk about mail and books. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's really all I have to say. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. I don't know what my next video is going to be. I've been kind of bad at posting, but you should watch my last video. It was about Aristotle. I had a lot of fun writing it and making it, so you should definitely watch it. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye!